Hello. We're having a rough time. Amy's in a lot of pain. She's like, I hope I'm not a downer on the podcast. She's just not.
Podcasts are reality, and we can choose not to do them, but we chose not to do it.
Which means we're going to do it.
Which we're going to do it. We're just going to suck it up because sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
And we're together, and we're not together very often.
I know.
So we decided, let's just do it. We kicked everybody out of the house and sent them to the beach.
That was a feat. So I feel like we've already
I don't want to talk about
to the top of Mount Everest, and it's not even noontime.
Ay, yay.
Okay, so let's just catch everybody up. We're not going to dwell on it. And I wanted to say thank you so much. Everybody has been so incredibly sweet, and their thoughts and their prayers. And so just as the Cliff Notes version, about 2 weeks ago, I went to sit on one of my patients' beds. That I sit on people's beds all the time. I had kind of sit side saddle. I had one leg up, one leg down, and was sort of twisting, talking to him, getting his blood pressure. And I felt a little pressure in my hip, and
being a physical therapist, you didn't think,
maybe I should watch my posture.
Maybe I should watch my posture and readjust myself a little bit.
No, we didn't think that. So I kind of stood up, and I didn't think anything of it. The next day it was kind of still there. And then, of course, my husband's like, you really need to go to my chiropractor. I'm like, he runs the chiropractor every time something hurts him. So I went to the chiropractor on Wednesday because then it was really bothering me. And then it progressed pretty quickly, pretty dramatically in the next week. 2 days later, I had toe numbness, and then I had foot numbness, and then I had leg numbness, and then I had weakness, along with excruciating pain in my hip. Now that I'm walking with a cane, I'm thinking, I am leaving for California in like 2 days. What's the deal? So I finally went to my doctor on Tuesday. She set me up with a neurosurgery appointment consult for Thursday.
I'm surprised they got you in so fast. I'm really surprised. That wouldn't happen here. No. I can tell you that much.
Well, and I'm thinking, I'm going to go to see this person and in 16 hours literally get on a flight to go to California. So, of course, Dad's like, Amy, I think you should rethink coming. And I said, unless I start peeing my britches or I become paralyzed, I'm going to California. So I went to see the neurosurgery RN, and she says, Amy, it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You're leaving tomorrow morning. I am really concerned about how quickly these symptoms are progressing at the pace that they are. She says, we really need to get you into an MRI. And she told the scheduler, she said, listen, call every place in town. Amy needs to get an MRI like today. She's leaving tonight to go to a hotel to get on a plane tomorrow. And the first place they called, they said, be here at 6 o'clock. So I went to get the MRI.
It just goes to show you what can be done if it needs to be done.
Yes, and they knew who I was. So, you know.
They know you there?
Yes, they knew who I was. Okay. No, they really didn't
know
who I was. They didn't know who I was.
Oh.
That was a joke.
Oh, I didn't know. Maybe you know. Everybody knows you.
No, nobody knows me. So anyway, the guy that did the MRI, of course, he's like, I can't tell you what it says. I just do them. I don't read them. But, you know, he knew I was a physical therapist. He knew I was going out of town.
He let you look at it.
So he kind of let me look at it. And there's a fairly significant bulge of the disc in the L5-S1 space, which makes sense with all the symptoms I'm having.
Ouch.
So from what I can gather, I mean, I didn't look at it long, but it does not appear to be any herniation. Thank God. It doesn't appear to be any surgical issue needed. Although if somebody said, I'm taking you to surgery to give you relief, then I'd say, sign me up, put me to sleep. I'm ready to go right now. So we've just been going very carefully. My son, 16-year-old, got us down here.
He let you all know
that it was like playing daddy.
That he was the caretaker.
I'm done playing daddy.
It was time for him to be on vacation.
Drove through torrential downpour. I've never driven through rain like that in a very long time. And this is the first time I've ever rode with my son. Ever. Of course.
Really? How have you gone that long without riding with Levi?
I just have refused. No, I haven't refused.
Amy.
I just haven't had the opportunity to go anywhere. Yeah.
How long has he been driving?
Well, he's been driving since January. So we get in this car, and I'm like leaned back. Well, I was going to drive down to the hotel. Hour and a half. But this is after seeing 5 patients that morning, hardly able to walk around, waiting for the doctor, then going to the MRI, finally get back home 12 hours later after starting my day. And I'm like, okay, I think I can at least get us to the hotel. I got like 2.5 miles from the house and had to pull over. I said, I can't do this. So we
Good thing
switched
you weren't
places.
in the torrential downpour on the freeway on the way to Center City,
Thank
Atlanta.
God he was with me, because Sky and I don't think I would have been able to make it. So he got us to the hotel. We got on the plane. Actually, the day we flew was actually very good. So right now I'm treating myself as a physical therapist with a bulging disc. And then, of course, the morning we wake up, the day before we leave, I wake up with vertigo, like to top everything else.
You're just falling apart.
What is it?
You're getting old.
We're going to talk about it. Okay, so instead, everybody's caught up. Thank you so much for all your prayers, and I'll keep you posted. But right now, it doesn't look like I'm going to go under the knife. It looks like I'm just going to have to hump it along, do the exercises, go carefully, and I'm going to make the best of it, because I'm here in California, and I said if I'm going to walk around in pain in Georgia, I'm going to walk around in pain in California with my folks and Deb and stuff like that. So, so we're having a great time. So we've got a lot. It's been 3 weeks since we podcasted.
I know.
And we have a lot of things to talk about, and we're not really sure.
You have a lot of things planned.
Well, I have a lot of things planned.
I'm not really sure. Body over here. I've been working, and she's been.
Yeah. But we've got some things coming up for Christmas in July. I don't know the order we're going to be talking about all these things, but
we're just going to wing it.
We're going to wing it. We're going to jump in there, and I think
we have some knitting to show.
Yes, we do. We've done.
And I have a finished object that I don't have anymore, but I put a picture on Instagram, so we'll put it in the podcast. Got a little bit of a sad story with it, but
let's talk about that now. Then
talk about that.
Yeah.
So James Jr.'s girlfriend left this morning to go to Pennsylvania. She's so cute. She came over last night to play games with all of us.
This is the one he didn't take to the prom.
Yes. But
the friend took her to the prom.
Yes, but they've been hanging out a lot the last 2 weeks or so, and she brought me 3 sunflowers, which was very sweet. I let her pick out a skinny yarn to make a hat, a sock head hat. So I made her.
I didn't know
she knew I was making
she picked
it.
That out.
She picked out the color. She said she really liked really light blue. So she picked out Legacy Fiber Arts Frostbite from their 25 skeins of Christmas. It was the full skein in the Advent, right? Turned out really cute. I made a pom-pom for the top and everything. I don't know if she'll keep the pom-pom on there, but I just tied it on so she could remove it. And so she knew I was making her that. So she brought flowers and it was sad. She'd been crying. They were hanging out up here in his room for a little bit, and it was hard for her to say goodbye. It was hard for us to say goodbye. So I sent that with her because she's not coming back before she goes to her college at University of Louisville. She'll have some winters to experience while she's there.
And poor James was kind of quiet and moping around this morning.
So it's a good thing the
sent him off
cousins
to
are here.
Says, go get some coffee for your aunt, and we're gonna make some breakfast. And so
it's
now
a good thing Jared's coming in on Tuesday, and Jared and Levi will be here through Sunday, and so that'll be great because they'll be busy every day. And once they leave, then it's going to be the reality of what are we going to do? I'm stuck at home with Dad, so
sorry
until Dad goes back to work. Well, there's only that 5 days between when your boys leave and when we go on vacation, so that'll be another good time. So we'll pop a picture in maybe of the hat that I made. It turned out really cute. I used size 2 and size 3 needles because that's what I had in my set for my high
But you didn't knit 9 inches of ribbing like it says.
No, I knit the 4 inches of ribbing like it says in the pattern, and then I knit about 6 3/4 inches of the main stockinette before I started the decrease. And it was just a little bit, she didn't want it really slouchy in the back. And because I used a little bit bigger needle than what the pattern calls for, I think it was a little bit looser than normal. And I think she might have a little bit of a smaller head. So it all worked out. I wanted to get a picture of it on her, but I didn't feel right having her pose after she'd been crying and stuff.
We should have done it when you first gave it to her, not before she was leaving.
That's all right.
I'd come upstairs because James was so sweet to let me have his bed instead of me sleeping on the couch. And I could tell they were talking, but when I went in there, I went, oh, her eyes were all blotchy. And I came downstairs. I said, Debbie, she's crying. She's like, she's crying. I'm like, yeah, she's been crying upstairs. And Debbie's like, I want to cry.
They really connected, but that's okay.
It's young love.
Yeah, they'll have to figure it out, move on, and see what happens. They both have very busy times ahead of them, so. Yeah. But I texted her mom this morning, and she's really sweet. She's like, well, we'll have you guys over, and maybe you can watch one of her games, on TV
Televised.
because they'll be televised. So
So
she's
field
a
hockey
field
player.
hockey player. So anyway, that's my one finished object, and I did it in like 4 days. It was
I
crazy.
can't believe that.
I cast it on. I used the slip knot cast on, which is great for really stretchy. And then I knit half the brim, half the hat, and finished it in 4 days. It
You
went
got
really
a lot
fast.
done just in the last day.
I know.
You weren't
I
even
know.
decreasing.
Well, in the round, just
I know.
not having to stop, and you just go and go and go.
That's why I do socks on
I
9-inch
know.
circs.
I'm
You
gonna
didn't
try
know
that. I'm gonna try this 9-inch circs. I
Yeah.
need to get 2 sets so I can do them tandem. Because if I do one, I won't do the other one. I just know myself. It's not gonna happen.
But would you wear mismatched socks? If they were kind of sort of the same
I
color
guess
family?
maybe. I don't know.
You just only have to knit one, ever.
Maybe just be crazy sock lady and just wear different color socks
You're
all the
not
time.
that crazy. You can do that.
Okay,
All right,
what
should
are
we
you
talk
gonna
about
show-
socks? Okay,
Yeah,
so
talk about your finished socks.
okay, so you guys remember pictures of these?
They turned out so great. I love this color. Is fabulous. Is
Okay.
this Sandia?
Yes.
Sandia?
So this colorway is one that I had dyed.
It's a little blown out with the light.
A little bit.
Should I move the light back?
Um,
I can't move back too far because there's not that
no,
much space.
just leave it because I don't want you to knock everything over.
Okay.
This is just kind of a micro stroke that I had dyed. And then I had posted, I said, what do you guys think about like bright orange heel? There was a couple people that said, I wouldn't, but you certainly should. But the majority of people said,
Go
well,
for it!
yeah, Amy, we're talking about you. Well, duh. So this is Zia Wool's. This is a little mini that she had sent me, and I put a little stripe. Okay, so the premise of these was the Afterthought everything. I'm trying to figure out the...
Did you do it?
Okay, so...
Afterthought everything?
Yes,
So
I
you
did,
did
but I
one
ended up cutting the
roll-on?
yarn 5 times. Okay, so I'm going
Oh.
to tell you the process. So
Oh.
I knit the entire, all the way.
All one big long tube.
And then I cut it in half. Okay, then I had 2
And
tubes.
then it wasn't long enough.
And then I put in a heel. No, wait a minute. I put in the toes right away. Put in the toes. So I have toes and a tube with toes.
Tube with toes. Like a tube sock.
Yep. And so I was
Okay.
talking to Mom, and she's like, okay, measure down this far. That's where you got to put your heel. So I put in a heel. And I tried it on, and it was too short.
You had to cut the toe off.
So I cut the toe off. Okay, so I've already cut it in half. That's the first cut. Okay.
She's like, and
Now-
with her hands.
That's exactly
Yarn
right.
flying
Okay.
everywhere.
So then, okay, number 2 cut the toe off. So I knit more, figure out, put the toe back in. Now I finally have,
And it
yay, perfect.
Let me try it on.
So then I measured between the beginning of the decreases to the beginning of this heel. And so I said, okay, perfect. That's what I'm going to do. So then I put the heel in at the other, okay? And so I had a good foot. However, at that point, the cuff started like right here.
Oh.
So
Was
I
it
cut.
long enough? Oh, because you...
Yes. Okay, so
You didn't put the heel in the same place.
no, I didn't.
So you had to take off the cuff. Did you not?
That's right. So
You didn't
now we cut for
Did
the
you
third
same thing
time.
on the other side?
No, so I have one good sock now. This side. Okay, so so this is what I decided. Instead of
This is
cutting
a little
off
too small for me.
too small, you have bigger feet.
Well, maybe a little too short.
Well, as fat as my feet and ankles have been, they probably will not fit me at this
Poor
point in time.
thing.
But I've been having some.
I guess it fits.
I guess it fits, and I haven't blocked it. Okay, so this is what I decided. So the third cut, I've lost track. I cut, and it may be that one. I cut the cuff off.
It's this one.
I
Sorry. I can
knit more, and then I grafted the cuff back on. Okay, it's not
Kitchener?
perfect. Yes.
It looks good. You can't tell at all.
Yes, you can tell. Okay, so I'll hold it up close.
You can kind of see all those little line of stitches right there. Tick, 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 tick.
And I don't know if it wasn't,
nobody's
if
gonna
it was
see
all the
that.
same yarn color, you probably wouldn't notice it. But that's why I did it right below the cup. You never see it when you have this thing
When
on.
you cast on, do you just use long tail cast on?
Yeah.
Do you consciously try and space your stitches wide to give it
No.
more? No.
Mm-mm.
That would help because it's a little.
And I
bit
did a
tight.
stretchy bind off on the other end. Because you have to cast on and then you cast on.
Oh, okay. So this one is the stretchy bind off.
I guess so.
Or maybe this one is.
So what I learned from this
These are so cute.
is that it's fun to cut your yarn, number one. Number two, if I graft again to do it a little bit looser gauge, I mean, these socks aren't going to the president. They're my socks.
That's right.
So anyway.
Perspective, people.
There are my socks. Didn't they come out cute?
Yay!
After much cutting. And I was talking to Mom. I said, I'm going to call these my steeking socks because I steek them. She says, now, Amy, I think what I know is that steeking is when you cut the yarn vertically, not horizontal. I said, I just call it that because I don't know any better. Of course, it's not steeking. It's
grafting.
Grafting. Anyway, ignore the things I post because I don't really know what I'm talking about. But anyway, yay, FO.
Good job.
What? And so do we want to just keep talking about socks? Because I'll have 2 more whips in the whole afterthought everything process that I can show real quick.
Sure.
Okay. Then I can put them down off the table. Okay, so I decided.
And I have a pair of socks on the needles too.
And believe it or not, oh yes, you do. And believe it or not, after I did all of that, all that mess, what did I do? I cast on another Afterthought Everything socks. Why not?
I think you were so long without vanilla and you just, well, now you're not doing
These
vanilla.
are vanilla.
These are vanilla anyway, so never mind.
Okay, so this is Pretty Little Sea Monsters from Artistic Lily. And so I just kind of started, and it's just my own pattern, slip stitches and some pearls. And then no one says you have to wait till the end to put in a heel. So I just wanted to see, and I wanted to put in a heel, so I did put in a heel.
And actually, Susan B. Anderson's Smooth Operator sock pattern does do an Afterthought heel, but she does like you. She knits a couple inches, and then she puts in the heel, and then she finishes the toe.
Right. So this is roller derby from Primrose Yarn Company with every 3rd round with Pretty Little Sea Monsters. So,
pretty.
Yeah. So how
many stitches do you decrease to on the heel before you do your Kitchener?
I went down
really
to about
small.
6 or 5.
Uh-huh.
Like I said, I don't usually do this heel. I usually do heel flap and gusset.
And but it fits you okay?
Yeah.
Without having any point extra. I mean, you're high instep.
No,
it seemed like it fit me okay there. It was a little bit tight across the top.
Now this, because there's slip stitches, this is a much tighter gauge, but
it's really thick. Like it's
like
because
bouncy.
of the slip stitches, it makes it another layer of yarn.
So, and then of course I need to start something new for my trip. So I was waiting for the MRI, and I'd already grabbed some things, so I started another. And I know I'm going to
You started this on what day?
When I was waiting for the MRI, Thursday night.
Today's Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days. Oh my gosh, look at all that she's got going. This one's vanilla.
This is vanilla, but it's got stripes. And many ends.
Many ends to knit in. Oh my goodness.
So I'm just using this pink. It's called Cookies and Sprinkles.
Yeah, I have mine right there. Up there somewhere.
And then I just grabbed some minis. And I know this blue is Baronvola Coral Reef. This purple is Lemonade Shop Sleepover. This is one of the minis from the Advent from Legacy Fiber Arts.
Oh, okay.
And then I just repeated. And look at this.
I love that color. That is such
Miss
a royal
Babs,
color.
One of the
so
minis.
you didn't do any straight rounds before you started decreasing.
Just like 1 or 2.
Okay. I think that's how you make the heel deeper if you have a higher instep.
That's what Mom said. You just
do a couple more rows.
Round and round.
Uh-huh. That's probably what I'll do.
And I love stripes, and it's just the whole jog thing. I mean, I know it's just the nature of the beast. Yes, I did that started down here. And then I just said it doesn't, it's almost like a
seam.
A seam. It's like a separation. See, when you do that.
Yeah.
And I cared more about it to be tight together than I did about really lining up the stripes perfectly.
That's why I don't do stripes and color work in socks, because I can't handle that.
But I was smart enough to put the heel in so the seam's at the back of the sock.
Not up the side.
Smart me, right?
You're so smart.
Okay, so now I think I measured. That's where it'll be cut in half. So that'll be at the end, the toe. So I'm working my way back
Do
up the other
you
side.
have enough of that royal purple to do the toes and the heels both?
Yeah, it's like a
on both
25
sides?
gram
Oh, perfect.
big fat.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yep. So those are, and you know, as bad as I've been feeling and didn't know how travel was going to be, I said, listen, just take socks. You can sit and go round and round and round. I didn't bring some other things that I wanted to.
You can see how beautiful these
those
are.
Those socks are really coming
Aren't they
along.
nice?
Very nice.
So Luke decided he wanted another pair of socks after that other Patton's Croy
He's
that I
kind of
made.
liking the. He's liking the.
Yeah, and
Nate-
these you can
natural
throw in the
knit.
wash and in the dryer, I think even. So this is just a plain charcoal gray for the foot, and then I have
He
this.
didn't. He wanted the foot and the leg to be different.
And then I have this self-striping Patton's Croy that's going to go up the leg, and he doesn't like the leg super high, so this should be enough. I had to buy another because look at how much I have
50 gram.
left. This is what's left of the 50 gram ball, and I'm only that. There's
Not
no
even at the heel
way I'm
yet.
going to get the heel and around the back of the foot with
So
one.
you think you're
ball.
going to need like almost 100 grams just for the foot, or 75
Probably
grams?
70 maybe.
Just for the
60,
foot?
maybe 60 grams just for the foot part.
And he doesn't even have the biggest foot. James has
No.
the biggest foot.
No, but he tried on James's socks that I knit for James, and they were just a little bit big. Yeah. So I'm
How
just
about that?
doing these on my high sharps. They're just, like
Debbie's going to try the 9-inch circs.
I am.
The only thing that's keeping her from the 9-inch circs, I think, before was that you can only knit one sock at a time, unless you have a pair of 9-inch circs, and you knit a little bit on this, and you knit a little on this, and a little on this.
Because if I have it done, there's no way I'm going back and starting over again. No way. I'll be done.
That's why the afterthought everything is just you just keep
on
going.
Well, I
I
have
might
those
do that
two
again.
pairs of Christmas stripy socks on my elliptical, and I've got quite a bit on those. So when I finish with those, I'll have 2 pairs of socks. I just hope I cut them in the right spot.
Or you can just keep cutting and grafting and cutting and grafting and cutting and
Well,
grafting.
not really with that, because the stripes,
the
are in a
stripes.
certain.
Mm.
I'm gonna have to. I don't know what I'm gonna have to do. Put the heel in first in a certain spot, and then
You're going to have to measure those socks that I just did and maybe add an extra
maybe
1/4 inch
Yeah.
and let that be your guide.
Yeah.
Because that's got an afterthought heel, so it'll fit.
Yeah.
Okay, the only other thing that I brought, and I haven't even worked on, my hoodie shell cardigan.
Why haven't you worked on it?
Because I haven't felt good. I just
Yeah.
want to sit and go round and round. And even though I'm at the sleeve, which I'm going round and round, and it is striped, it's sort of like doing socks. Mom's gonna maybe make this.
I know.
That's really, really cool. She's
I'm
already
really
picked out
curious to see how that. She has a skein
Several.
of Cozy Knitter, the Cozy Knitter in a stripe.
self-striping.
I'm really curious to see how that's going to knit up. She said she might put that on the hat.
She's thinking about not doing the hood.
Oh,
She's thinking about maybe doing
where would she do it then?
on the shawl part.
With the light gray, maybe?
I guess.
Huh.
All right, so what's the best way to show? Just kind of turn it around, Debbie, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think didn't I show the hood last
We
time?
got a lot more space when we have this big camera now.
I know.
Cute that is, Amy.
So the only thing that I've done since the last podcast is really worked on the sleeve. I mean, I don't think I've done the sleeve is new. So I'm just keeping the cream from
I think
Nora
I'm gonna try
George.
these Chow Goos with the socks.
Yeah.
Circular. I
They're
like
nice and
those.
they slip
Slippery.
good. And then 5 stripes of the dark purple and 5 stripes of the Jason's.
Scribbles and Knits.
Yes, it's a colorway. My favorite colorway. Oh, a moon's eye. And I think the other sleeve.
Gosh, my fingernails are catching.
Are they catching?
My
I think the
nails
other
have-
sleeve, I'm going to use this mint green as the main stripe. Where the cream is here,
Oh,
it's going to be the mint.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use I'm probably going to use the dark purple and maybe the light. I don't know.
That'd be pretty.
So that's coming along. I'm happy with it.
It's very pretty.
I think it's going to be, once I block
The
it and
hardest
everything.
part is going to be picking up
all those stitches, yeah, and I did,
around the
That's
body
one of the-
and up the side, around the hood, and down the side and back around it.
and that's one of the things that
At least it's just
needs to
garter.
be done. It is going to be garter, yeah, but then you have to pour all those 500 stitches, and then the next round
No,
you
it's like
knit
in
all
the,
those.
it's in the round. Oh, yeah, you're right. Ooh, in the round means it's purl and the knit and the
So,
Well,
So
you
I'll
could
be
do
like
it flat and
gung-ho.
then graft a little piece at the end.
Huh?
You could do it flat and then graft a little piece in the end. You could go back and forth and just knit, 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 and have in the middle of the back.
Pick up stitches and all that.
You start in the middle of the back and you pick up stitches all the way around, and then instead of continuing on, you just go back and knit all the way back, and then you just have a couple little stitches at the bottom that you could graft.
Or just leave open like a little design
like
element.
Yeah, heck yeah.
I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, she's so smart. That's a great idea.
That way you don't got pearl.
No pearls. No purling.
Pearls are for sissies.
Pearls are for people that have plenty of time. Which, I mean, like, what are we doing? Like, are we speed knitting? Really? We have plenty of time. Okay, so I brought that. And I'm glad I brought it because Mom even tried it on. And I'm really excited that she's going to do
the same size, you think?
I think so, yeah. She's going to modify it a little bit. Just to the sleeves.
Or, a little bit shorter, a little longer.
And make them a little wider.
At the top. Yeah.
So, yay.
Very cool.
So show everybody because everybody's waiting to see the skirt.
The skirt. Everybody's waiting to see the skirt. Okay.
The skirt is the bomb.
The skirt is, I think, all the math we did yesterday. I think I have to throw it out the window because the distance is going a lot more than what I thought. So I was doing 2 rows in between the decreases.
Yes.
Now I need to switch to every other row, 1 row between the decreases because look at how much I already have. And I had only done 3 decreases out of 8.
We don't want 8 inches for the band.
No. I'll have a
even
skirt all the way down to my knees.
Even the math wizard, the engineer, sometimes it can be.
You measure this much for row gauge, and it's not.
There you go.
Yeah.
People need to make a big enough swatch because what looks like on 1 inch.
Okay, so here's the skirt.
Isn't that the cutest? Look at the little seed stitch, and on the side, each side,
it's got a little vent kind of thing.
Little vent. I love that.
And so I picked up stitches all the way around the top, and I actually did some short rows in the back. So you can see the back is a little bit longer than the front. So it'll be a little bit
unless
thicker.
You have a flat hiney, you're going to need a little
extra
more
fabric
material
back there. So now all I'm doing is I have these markers on the quarter marks, and then I'm doing a decrease at each of these. So 4 decreases each round, and then I'm going to do every other row, and I figured out how big I want the top to be, and then I think I'm holding a double right now. So I think what I'm going to do is drop 1, knit it single, and then do a loop over like that and graft it.
Because Nana is going to make an I-cord drawstring for her.
Out of the leftover purple over here.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can just weave it through, and I don't have to worry about elastic and having it fitting perfect, and I can just tie a bow and
wear them over.
It'll be good to go.
Over some black leggings. Isn't that
They
cute?
turn out great. The colors are fabulous.
And so what everybody is thinking and asking and hollering right now, is there going to be a pattern? Are you going to write up a pattern?
Yeah, I think the only way I could do
pattern?
it is if it would be like a recipe, because it's so dependent upon your gauge and your body size and how tight you want it. I mean, I can write up kind of the process of what I went through of how I got to, doing it.
We do that on like a projects page? Or do a pattern?
I would write it up on a pattern recipe, and I don't know, $1 or something, and just maybe do some things where people could fill in their gauge and figure out how many rows that is, and
Oh, that's a good idea.
So make it more like personalize it for yourself instead of saying a small, a medium, and a large, because that's so vague.
Because some people might want it longer below their knee. They may want it a little minier. They may want to just have a curl on the end and not do the seed stitch at the bottom. I mean, there's so many different ways you can modify it.
And it wouldn't curl if you were doing garter.
Right, because you're going up and down. But
yeah, but I mean, the hard part about a pattern then is like you have to make sure you put in the right amount of yarn. And I know I only had a tiny bit left of. I had like the orange and the pink. I only had 2 of these left because more of it is used. The orange is used all the way through all of this.
And it's just the
and
green
it's
and
on
the
there
purple.
twice.
Oh, that's right, because the
But
green and the purple are on the
only
edges.
on once, but the orange and the pink are on both sides.
Well, you got really lucky that you.
I did get lucky. I had 2 little nuggets that were that size when I was done. That's not very much. So I just would feel bad if I didn't have enough yardage written in there. And you can do as many colors as you want. I mean, you could do 5 colors across or 8 colors across or pick whatever colors you want. You could do different all the way around. You could have different colors all the way around. Just do long fade.
Yeah, of
anything.
Scrappy.
Yeah. So if I write up the recipe, then
but at least you hold it. I mean, everybody knows how most people have fingering weight yarn. You hold it double. These are the size needles. This is how many this is how I did mine. That's a nice recipe. And helps.
This is my gauge. If you do a swatch,
times that's all you need is just a beginning to start, and then you can modify it as you go along.
And I can give the finished measurements of what mine ended up being, and they can do the adjustments in the math or whatever. Really cool. So both of my projects, both this project and my socks for Luke, are both working on dark charcoal gray. So exciting. Yay! But I did have that little pop of the little hat that I made in the middle there. I took a break and made that hat for.
So you need to pull out and finish and get your sleeves going on your Madewell.
Yes, I think I need to get a needle because I'm not liking doing this sleeve on magic loop. It's just not enough stitches. You're constantly adjusting your needle instead of just going.
How many stitches are there? 80? 70?
Yeah, something like that. So it's just a little bit bigger than a sock.
And it's perfect because it wouldn't be tight. You just
go around and around and around.
I'd even sit and knit that for you.
You would?
But my gauge,
your gauge is different than mine.
Totally.
Yeah.
Much looser.
Well, at least on that one thing you did. Oh, here's the leftover yarn after I made the hat. That's how much I had left.
Yeah, that's frostbite.
Of the Legacy Fiber Arts. It's such a pretty colorway. Got little pops of gray in it. Blue.
I'm surprised she picked that. She have blue eyes?
She wanted really, really. I asked James, "What's her favorite color?" She said, "Really, really, really, really light blue." Okay. But I mean, there's not a lot of really light blues up in that. A lot of them are bright blue and aqua, and I brought some down, and she picked this one, and it turned out really pretty.
It was nice, very soft.
Yes, it was very soft.
Okay, so that's all of our works in progresses and things like that.
Yeah, can I show something that I bought?
Why wouldn't you?
Look at what I bought from Shop Luli.
Oh, you did. Luli.
And she even was so sweet. I was a little worried about the handle because it's this material I thought might be a little rough and kind of. She did a custom thing for me. She put these covers on the handles.
You're so needy.
I'm so needy and
nobody
difficult.
else wants different kind of handles.
I know, but she was so sweet. She did it for me.
Why would you think it was going to be scratchy?
I don't know, but it's okay. She was very sweet to me. Look at how pretty. It's
canvasy. Oh my gosh, it is made so beautifully.
And look, it's got pockets inside. 2 pockets, one on each side. And it's a perfect Debbie, for holding like 3 or 4 projects to go to knitting group, right?
Yeah.
It's like a good sized tote.
So what did she do different for you?
She added these cotton covers on the handles. Thanks, Luli. Thanks, Lee.
Now, everybody else, don't even think that she's going to do that for you. Don't ask.
I'm going to feel bad that I started.
And she's going to be like, damn, why did I do that for Debbie? Now, everybody wants it like.
Why did she show that on her podcast?
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah. I thought this might be a little scratchy on your arm, but I don't know. It would probably be okay. I'm just a baby.
She's just a baby.
I'm just a baby. I'm a whiner. Look at how pretty, though. Isn't that beautiful?
I might hurt my shoulder. I love that. Look at those little trees. Oh my gosh.
And it's so like sturdy. I love it.
Yes.
And this, this fills up all the way, and then you can zip it closed.
Special.
Isn't that pretty?
Oh, that's nice.
I love
Did it take long to get to here?
No, it really didn't. No. It took a little extra because she did the special thing for me, but other than that, I think it was normal shipping.
Don't ask for something special.
No. Oh, let's do a chili thing.
Okay,
Can you do that next?
Yes, so we have a giveaway because we talked about Connie from Chili Knits.
First pattern.
And her first pattern, the chili
shawl.
wrap, chili shawl. I can't say shawl. I don't know what's wrong with me. And so we had 52 entries, and we asked people to go over and tell us from her shop what colors they choose because it's a 3-color shawl. And we picked a winner randomly. It was number 31. Wits, Knits, and Stitch. Whitney. So congratulations,
Yay, Whitney, you're the winner.
You won the chili shawl. So we'll let Connie know so she can shoot that pattern over to you. So congratulations.
Yay.
Okay, so I guess
I have to apologize.
About what?
My June has been so crazy. I forgot to do the pairing of the June birthday swap. I think we need to just be done with it. I don't know. Not a lot of people are signing up anymore, and I just forget, and then it's late.
Okay, let's do this.
How do we do that?
Because we are the CEO of our own podcast.
Okay.
Pair up the Junes. Don't put a thread up for July, and let's just take a break.
Okay.
Because we've been doing it over a year now.
And we're doing a July swap anyway, right?
Yes, the perfect timing to take a break from the birthday swap.
Maybe we'll do swaps every other month or something that are just
and
generic.
You know what? If you really want to do a swap with anybody, all you have to do is post on Instagram and say, hey, it's my birthday month. Is there anybody who has a birthday
this month
that wants to swap with me? Get in touch with me. You will probably get overwhelmed with people who want to do that.
Yeah.
Okay? So you don't need us to really get that done for you. So moving right along. Okay, so let's talk about July is coming up. We've got several things happening in July.
Yes.
One of the first things, and we have to apologize to Ellie, Artistic Lily.
Gosh, we are so
I know she thinks
terrible.
that we have completely need to be admitted for memory
We
therapy.
lost our mind.
Every time we would podcast, she would mess up just and say, you
I
forgot
thought
to
you
say
were
anything. You forgot to say it again. You forgot to remind people. I'm thinking, oh my God. Okay, so here it is. We had showed, do you have it?
I do.
She had made, back when we were doing a Mother's Heart knit along, Mystery Knit Along, and she was our featured dyer, she had asked if she could dye something for us, exclusively for us, to thank us for using her as the dyer. So we said, well, sure. And she came up with these two absolutely beautiful, gorgeous skeins. It's a compilation between Wendy's color, which is the teal.
It's really getting blown out.
There it is. Between Wendy's color,
the blue, the aqua, and the purple, and the pink. It's speckled.
Yep. And Debbie's is pink, and I'm the lavender.
It's kind of backwards, so it's kind of hard for me to figure out which way I'm supposed to turn it to show it. Yes.
And
then this gorgeous teal.
This set is called Sisters 2 TOG, like two together.
Oh my gosh.
Sisters 2 together. Perfect. Okay.
Teal. And then this is the Sisters 2 together regular color.
So we want to give away a set, one of each of these skeins, to a lucky viewer. Did I put the thread up? I put the thread up. There is a thread.
Yes, you did.
To win this set in the Ravelry group Periscoping Sisters. The thread.
Okay, yes. Sorry.
Okay, the thread is called, we're going to call this, for the month of July, we're going to have a knit along. And it's pretty loose, whatever.
2-color wrap.
Or two-color
accessory even.
2-color accessory. Any accessory, anything 2-color. We want to hashtag it Remember Along. It's going to be our Remember Along. Because basically, Wendy's birthday month is July, and it was just something we just wanted to honor her.
We think about her a lot, especially during her birthday month.
Okay, so it runs from July 1st through the end of July, July 31st. There's a thread. There's one thread in there for all the chatter, FO, anything that has to do with the knit along. That's where we're going to pull our winner at the end of the month, in that thread, one thread. But did I make a thread to give away those?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Because we're giving this away in a week.
In a week. That's right.
So that you can use this for your 2-color
Okay, so July 1st,
entry.
the thread that is open for the giveaway for these two skeins closes July 1st. We'll pull, and then we'll send out to the winner these two.
Right.
Okay?
And I forget. Oh, no, Ellie's going to send them directly, because she didn't send them to me.
That's right.
Ellie's going to send them directly.
So,
do you think we have it together now, Ellie? Or not Ellie?
She's saying no.
She's saying no. No. You probably got it wrong. We probably got it wrong. But
okay, so
thank you so much for making
you can knit any
set
accessory of a 2-color accessory. Go check out the threads in Periscoping Sisters.
So that's socks, that's a hat, that's mittens, that's a wrap, that's a cowl, anything.
Shawl.
I said wrap.
Well, shawls and wraps are different. Shawls
Oh,
are for
yes,
old
you're
people.
right.
Wraps are for young people.
Okay.
Although if you feel old, you should really call it a shawl.
I'm all about the shawl now. I'm feeling pretty old lately.
All about that shawl. Okay, let's not do that. I got hurt worse. Okay, so we're going to talk about the next major thing happening in July. There's several other people doing Christmas in July, and I have to, should I use the word thank? I don't know if I should use the word thank, but I have to give credit to Melissa, Nitty by Nature.
She's always scheming something, isn't she?
Literally like 2 weeks ago. This is right before I hurt myself. She's like, were you thinking about buying something or doing something for Christmas in July? I'm like, no, I'm thinking about getting ready to go on vacation. So within less than 24 hours, we had already planned this major Christmas in July thing. Event. Okay. So Christmas in July is happening in the Periscoping Sisters Ravelry group, as well as in Indigo Color Company Etsy shop.
Okay.
So there's 3 threads.
They're already
two
open.
Threads. There's two threads. Okay, the first thread is if you want to be paired up with a swap partner to exchange a Christmas in July package, go over to Periscoping Sisters Rivalry Group and it says Christmas in July swap sign up.
Right.
That is going to, and let us know if you want to only ship domestic or international. You have to let us know. Melissa on July 10th is going to lock the swap thread and pair everybody up. Okay, so you have a little more than 10 days to get your name in the bucket. That's the first thread. Second thread is, well, what am I going to get for my partner?
Are there any rules about the
No,
swap?
it's totally up to whatever you guys want to do.
Okay.
So what are you going to get then? Well, there's there's options of what you're going to get people if you need them. There's another thread that we're going to keep open at all times. It's called the Makers, what do we say, Makers?
Maker's Corner.
Maker's Corner. If you are a maker and you would like to post into this thread in Maker's Corner about your shop, your coupon codes, your freebies, when your updates are going to be,
your sales.
This is the self-promotion thread for all makers. Mm-hmm. So when people want to think, okay, well, what am I going to get?
And they want to support, a small business, then they can go to that thread.
They can go and look through the thread and see and put your link in there. So people just have to click the link and it'll take you right over to your Etsy shop. So this is your way, or website. Mm-hmm. There's other people doing Christmas in July events as well. Those people can post in the Makers thread if they would like, just to say,
who
SSK Yarners is doing Christmas in July. Mm-hmm. I think Stitching Plaza may be doing
Georgianne,
we're going to see on Monday. Mm-hmm. Is doing Christmas in July. So use that thread for whatever you guys want. It's like a little advertising thread for whatever. Okay. Yeah. So we're going to close the swap sign up July 10th. So Christmas in July, there are going to be some things in the Indigo Color Company that you can choose to buy if you would like. We're going to have a kit, and there's going to be, it's minis and I'm going to show you. There's going to be stitch markers from Melissa, Knitted by Nature, and it's a kit.
Uh-huh. So it's a bundle of 3 different things. Makers.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's minis. There's stitch markers from Melissa, and Steel City Stitcher Roberta has made these absolutely adorable, cute little notions pouches. So
they're so.
What do they look like? I'll show you right now.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
This style of notion pouch and the size of it. I don't know how she has the patience to sew something this small and fiddly, but it would drive me crazy.
Okay, Debbie, you want to show? So every kit is going to have the same stitch markers from Knitted by Nature, and that's the ones that we're going to be using. That's what they look like.
Let's see if I can do this without totally messing up. Okay, so you have one of these that's got like a little Christmas ball. Then there's a Santa moon. See the Santa moon? And then there's a snowflake. Green snowflake with a red center.
And a little bell.
And then a little jingle bell with a bead.
So in the kit from the Indigo Color Company, goes with every kit. Cute. The other thing that goes with every kit, now mind you, there's only 18 of these kits available. When they're gone, they're gone. 18 kits only.
So get your act together.
Get them while they're hot.
And get over there.
The mini pack.
When are they going to be in the shop?
Okay, I'm doing a shop update July 1st, which is next weekend. So the kits will be available July 1st, 12 o'clock Standard Eastern Time. July 1st is a Saturday.
Okay.
So this coming Saturday, 12 o'clock, the update goes up in Indigo Color Company, Etsy shop. Along with the stitch markers, these are the minis. Debbie, can you hold that closer so I can lean forward?
Yep.
They're 20 gram minis, 5 of them. They're on the sparkle base. And
it's a beautiful fade.
So that's the Christmas in July kit. I just called the Christmas in July.
And look at our cool new
Indigo Color Company. It has all the information. Okay? And sock yarn. And what also goes with the kit is one of these little Notions pouches by Steel City Stitcher. Okay, there's 6 of each. So there's going to be 18 kits total, but there's 3 different types of kits.
Oh, this is one of the color combinations?
That's all throughout all the kits. So there's going to be 6 kits with this little pouch.
Packages. Oh my gosh, isn't that adorable, you guys? How? Oh my gosh. This is the fiddliest little with the zipper and the thing and the tab and the boxed bag.
So there's 6 kits with the packages.
So cute.
There's 6 kits with the mittens.
Oh.
Aren't they cute? I love that black background.
Yes, it's adorable.
And there's 6 kits with the candy canes.
And the white zipper.
Yep.
Steel City Stitcher. Is she on Etsy?
She's on Etsy. Yep.
Okay. Yes, Etsy. It smells really good.
Doesn't it?
I don't know what she's... that's really good. It smells like lavender. Steel City Stitcher.
Okay, so these are the Christmas in the City.
And then one of these. So you get one of these stitch markers, one of these little pouches, things, and then one of these. And are you going to give the price point?
I'm still thinking about it.
Okay. Well, that will be on the shop.
That'll be in the shop.
Okay. Indigo Color Co.
Now, say you want to buy a mini pack, but you don't want to buy a kit. I have some other mini packs as well that I dyed. Colors.
Are they all the same?
There's 5 of each. 5 kits each.
And there's two
different
additional
kinds.
colors.
That one is called... I showed them the wrong one for the kit.
I was going to say, that doesn't look so much like Christmas in July.
This
is Christmas in July. This one is the
us.
Christmas in July. This has the greens and the pinks, and it's summery, but kind of green and pink.
Right. That's the kit you get.
This makes more sense
with the pouch and the stitch markers. That's the Christmas in July
This is the official Christmas in July colors.
Kit, and there's 18 of those. Okay?
I like those.
Now, this
is an alternative.
That's called the Tide is High. There's only 5 of those.
And then the last one?
And the last one is called Tickle Me, and there's only 5 of those.
Oh, Amy, these are adorable.
I think they're all in sparkle. They're fun to dye up little minis.
These are adorable. This would be a really cute fade like hat or cowl. Would look really cool with that.
Yarn.
And then these would make great little Franken socks. So cute.
More ends to weave in. Thank you. Okay, so does everyone understand that? Don't make me go through it all over again.
Just go to the shop and look and see what you find.
July 1st, it's all going to be in there. 12 o'clock, July 1st. 12 o'clock next Saturday. And it'll all be there to choose from.
What else is on your list? Is that everything?
I think that's
everything. And Steel City Stitcher was so sweet. She sent
and she gave us, and when Roberta sent me all those little pouches.
Those other little things. Later?
I'm glad you said that. Hold on just a moment while no, they're right behind me. Just give me a second as I come
I'm going to show this. So this is another little, this was a sweet little extra that, what's the Steel City? Roberta sent. Oh
she couldn't send things to me and not send Debbie.
That's why it smells so good. This is a lavender pouch, you guys.
She sent
you don't even have to put it near your face.
Too.
It smells so delicious.
I didn't bring to California, but we have some giveaway stuff that she sent us.
Look at that cute little stitch marker she put in there. Right there.
Oh.
I like those square ones.
Too. Roberta, she's so sweet.
And then look at this little tiny pouchy pouch.
It's a ball sack. So your
A
yarn doesn't
ball.
get all blah, blah, blah. You can stick it in there. It's got
And
a little
it's got
snap.
2 little snaps.
And you can pull the thing out and it keeps it nice and contained.
Cute. Isn't that cute with little bloopers?
She has these in her Etsy shop too, you guys.
Oh, man.
Let me show you. She sent. Here's another.
That smells delicious.
Of course,
Not delicious, but wonderful. Relaxing. Smells like the spa.
Look at this
Go
one.
to the spa. Oh, that's so cute. What does it say on there?
Kind heart, fierce mind, brave spirit. You go over and check out her shop. Really, really well made. It does smell like the spa, like you're going to get a massage.
Yes, lavender.
Okay, so there is one more thing I want to show. And I'm going to have her put that in the Maker's Corner as well. Maker's Corner. Maker's Corner.
Maker's Corner.
I'm sure a lot of, and this girl is becoming very, very popular. I'm sure you've heard her. Simply Serving Handcrafts. She used to be Simply Serving Hand Knits. It's Lindsay. She makes handmade progress keepers and stitch markers. Now, you guys, when I say handmade, I mean it. Like, starting from a block of clay, she creates the most incredible things. You want to open that one up?
I can. I thought, is this the one that's the giveaway?
I think that's the giveaway. Let me show you the ones that I got.
Okay, Amy bought a bunch for herself because she's
I
has
love
to have
mint chocolate chip ice cream as a child.
Isn't that cute?
She made this, you guys. Not only did she, mold it, she ovenized it. What do you call that? Cooked that. Baked it. Did she painted it and made it
what
all
are we going to
shiny?
use these as a giveaway?
I don't know. We'll put it in our giveaway bucket.
Look at this one, you guys. This is not the cutest thing ever.
It's getting blown out. Hold it up. Oh, right there. It's got a little cupcake.
Yes, with little frosting on top.
And these little faces. You guys.
Oh my gosh, this one blows my mind.
Cherry
I don't know how she did
Pop-Tarts.
with bites out of them.
Aren't they the cutest?
And look at this bagel with the strawberry schmear on it.
Strawberry cream cheese.
That's what schmear is.
Oh. I don't know what schmear was. Schmear sounded something like medical that you didn't want to get.
You've never been to Einstein Brothers, I guess. So this one, oh my gosh, you guys, I don't know if you can see the detail on that.
The little strawberry.
On the strawberry. It looks like it's a cut strawberry with all the little white veins and everything. Is that not the cutest thing ever?
And one more thing. Look at this. Peanut butter and jelly. Are you kidding me?
I get the peanut butter.
You want the peanut butter?
I do.
Okay, I bought them so Debbie can have and I can have.
Oh,
they
so
are
cute.
adorable. So I'm going to make sure. Oh, let me tell you also. Her shop is on vacation. She's making some things for a big update. It's going to be back up. Hold on. I think it's July 5th. July 5th, her shop reopens.
Couple weeks.
Self-serving HK. So if you're not following her on Instagram.
Simply serving.
Simply
not self-serving. That kind of defeats the purpose if you're self-serving.
Simply serving HK.
And that sounds like a very Christian thing.
Go check out her little shop when she does her update, July 5th.
Is it all food?
Not all of it. She has narwhals.
Oh, okay.
And
her packaging is adorable too, you guys.
A lot of time and little washi tape.
Washi tape and these cute, adorable little bags with little bears on them. Thank you on the back. She does a fine job packaging. And you know us knitters, we're all about the packaging. Look at how cute that is.
All about packaging.
Yeah.
I think that may be
all she wrote.
All she wrote.
We got to get her horizontal and get her feet up so they don't blow up like Kankles again. Did you guys see the picture she posted on Instagram? I didn't even know she took that picture. I'm like,
and then Levi came over and sat down next to me, and he was massaging my other ankle. I didn't even ask him to, and I'm thinking, God, I feel so needy. I feel like such a.
It's okay. You take care of so many people most of the time that now and then, if you need to be taken care of, that's good. Some payback.
Payback. I don't like to be the patient though.
Nobody does.
Stinks.
I know. Well, some people I'm sure do.
Some people that make a living out of being a patient. And they're very proud to be a patient.
Yeah.
That's another podcast.
Okay.
So I guess we'll see in a couple
we want to
weeks.
have a little shout out to our friend that we had a impromptu step in and have lunch with her and her family. Sarah. Hooks Books
Hey,
podcast.
Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. Hope you're enjoying the last part of your trip to San
She
Diego.
came to California
Yeah.
the same weekend that I came to California. She lives in Iowa and I'm in Georgia. And she's like, hey, we're going to be going to lunch. And we figured it was like 10 minutes from where Mom and Dad were.
Yeah, it was
we were
perfect
yesterday.
timing. We couldn't have timed it better.
So
We could have
Sky-
planned it better.
Sky
so.
went swimming with Pop Pop. Debbie and I ran out up the coast to this cool little restaurant right on the beach.
Deanie's, it's called.
Deanie's by the
sea. Mm-hmm.
And so we hung out with her and
It was fun. It was nice to see your
Yeah.
sisters.
And
There's
tomorrow
three girls.
we get to see Georgianne.
Yep.
Stitching
I'm gonna
Plaza.
have coffee with her.
She messaged me last night. She says, "Does Debbie have such a full schedule that I can't buy you an iced tea?" I said, "Well, let me check with Debbie because
I'm not that mean. I don't pack it all in.
No, but we've had to go slow this time.
Yeah.
The kids are having fun, and that's fine. And
even so-
even if I was perfectly healthy, we'd probably still be
Doing the same
sitting
thing.
on the couch knitting and talking about stuff. But we did get our Rhinebeck flights, which was
Yes.
we did that this morning or
thank
last night.
goodness. Thank goodness.
Do we want to say anything about? Let's
Yes, we wanted to. If you guys are still with us, Lord knows,
They're not.
mostly everybody's
There's
gone.
one person.
We
Sarah's still
are
here.
Sarah. Hi, Sarah. We are definitely going to
Edinburgh.
the EYF this year
Yeah.
in 2018, and we are considering trying to find a travel agent to help us just plan it. We're going to tell her where we want to go and what we want to do, but we're not even sure
where we want to go,
how
what we want to do.
do it. So we think we're going to fly into London, take a train up to Edinburgh, train back to London, and then from London we're thinking
Just
of
have a
going
week
somewhere else. Like we're going to make the trip 2 weeks. So we'll fly in the Saturday before. We'll have 3 or 4 days before Wednesday when we want to get up to Edinburgh, spend Thursday, Friday, Saturday, leave Sunday, back to London. And then from there, we're not going to fly out to the following Saturday. So we could pop over to Amsterdam. We could go down to Paris. We could go to Germany somewhere.
But we
So
don't know.
we would love to see some of you if you're over there, but we're not quite sure how we would. How could we arrange that? Where we would go?
Where would we stay? How will we get there?
So if you have, I mean, we'd really like to go to Amsterdam, but can you stay in Amsterdam for 5 days? And I don't know if there's enough to
Well,
see.
people go to the red light district. 5 days goes by like that. They don't remember any of
but
it.
we're not going to be doing
No.
that.
I mean, you go to Amsterdam, you stay overnight, you go to,
You
know,
spend
Stephen
2 full
Penelope's
days
and you-
there, and that's maybe enough.
And
I
you're
don't
done.
know. Then
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. So
Where
we're
should
going to
we
open
have-
a thread.
Okay, we're gonna
We're going to open a thread that says
help us with EYF trip
yes.
or something. And
And-
just put anything in there that you get. If you say, oh my gosh, you must, if you're this close, you must come and check out these couple castles you can go to on a train ride.
Very easy.
Here's a
day trip, 1 day
Here's
trip
a place
from
that you can
starting
stay.
point.
It's got
yeah.
great food. You can stay overnight and then head back. We know nothing about Europe. We know it's over there, and that's about all.
Well, our parents lived in Hanover for 4 years, so
Germany.
they know. I mean, but they don't really know about how the trains work because they had a car and they drove everywhere. But we
I
don't,
told
really
Eddie,
don't want to drive.
We're not doing any cars. We
Planes
are not.
and
We're not
trains.
planes and trains and Uber. That's it. We're not going to do any driving.
We
Nothing
don't
like
need the
that.
stress.
So we just. I don't know if it's better just to wing it, but I don't know that that's smart.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think we need to have a plan.
We got plenty of time, so give us your ideas.
Yep.
If you say, "Come and stay with us for 3 days," maybe we'll take you up on it. No, I'm kidding.
No cats.
Yeah, she can't do cats. She's not
I'd stay in a barn.
with the cats and the bats.
No, not with the cats. I'd
Cats
stay in a barn
like
with the
barns.
barns. Because the cat needs to stay in the house. I'm saying I'll stay in the barn.
Amy,
Whatever.
we're not going to sleep in a barn if we go to Europe. I'm sorry. We can stay in a bed and breakfast, but I'm not staying with animals.
But please help us if you have any suggestions on what we can do. Because
Or,
it's not
yeah.
very often you tell your boss you're taking 2 weeks off and they
weeks
can
off.
like it or lump it.
Yeah.
So this is probably something that may never happen again. until we're both widowed
And
the
I don't
children
think
have
we're
disowned
planning
us.
on taking any classes at EYF. We're just going to marketplace it. So we may go to the marketplace 2 of the days and then have an extra day. I want to see the castle in Edinburgh. I know that for sure. So we'll have the day before everything starts, and then, you know, but anyway, we're going to put up a thread. Help us out. Ideas. Okay? Thanks.
Okay, so we have to have a nice, another thing Nana told us.
Oh, a nice way to say goodbye.
Yes, we can't just say
bye.
Okay, so
be kind.
Or be quiet. We got to do a high five, which is a perfect high five. Okay.
And happy knitting. Bye.
Bye.